Good evening. My name is Ladarius Banks, 8th grade English teacher at Phillips Academy. Over the past few weeks, I've seen my students enjoy KT's curriculum geared towards speech and communication. One thing I can say for our middle school students is very difficult for them to step in front of a classroom and present in front of their peers. But I will say, with the guidance of KT's curriculum, they're more eager to step in front of the class, give projects, PowerPoints, you name it, they want to step in front of the class and actually teach lessons. So, with the help of KT's curriculum, I've seen my middle school students gain a sense of confidence, and I really hope this expels throughout the rest of their scholastic years. KT's curriculum definitely gives my students the confidence they need, and which will prepare them to the next level.
Middle school. Those were the times. For some of us, it was much like yesterday, and for some of us, it was a while back. There were cool guys, cool girls, wonderful teachers, and horrible cafeteria food. Now, let's think about some of the things that we didn't pay attention to in middle school. There were kids getting bullied, kids who were considered socially awkward, and kids who struggled in the academic classroom. Now, what if I told you that I was one of those students, and this is one of the main reasons that sparked up the passion for the topic I'm about to speak of today? Hello, everyone. My name is Ketyrus Marks, and I'm here to talk about my public speaking e-learning course. My course will start off with an introduction. It will start off with an introduction from Adobe Captivate, and this will be the screen that the students see first when they first log in into the course. Here's an example of 3 of the modules. The course was done in Adobe Captivate, and over here, as you can see, that they will have 33 slides they will have to go through the whole training. That includes videos and also a teacher teaching them what to do and what to say. That gives them 5 tips to deliver a good speech. Once the students get done with the Adobe Captivate, they will move on to the task screen, which is where they will receive their assignments. The task screen introduction will be like this. This is where they will see their course description and also receive their assignments for the course. Here's an example of one of the tasks. This is the TED Talk. The TED Talk will allow the students that watch a TED Talk video say what they seen right, say what they seen bad, and say what they liked and did not like. The purpose of the study. The purpose of this study is to help children communicate better. Overall, I want to help their communication skills and prepare them for their future transition into high school, as well as provide them with academic greater success. My aim is to make them be better students and also better communicators. By placing the children in challenging situations, I will hope that their self-confidence that they lack in and their social skills that they lack in will increase and will ultimately prepare them to be better learners. My target population. My target population was 8th graders. Although it says 6th through 8th, there were middle school children, and I ended up using 8th graders. So why did I choose middle school? This is one of the main reasons in which why I chose middle school to do my course. The reason I chose middle school is because reading this article, it stated that there was a lack of effective communication skills and there was a higher risk of being bullied and being lonely for middle school age children. Analysis of learning context. For this module, I use TaskStream, I use pre-assessments, I use pre-surveys, I use Instagram Live, I use Facebook Live, I use PowerPoints, I use TED Talks, I use post-assessments, and I use post-surveys. TaskStream. The reason why I use TaskStream is stated before. It is so that the students could click on the link and so that they could receive their assignments from the TaskStream. It's kind of like what we use for Moodle here at Sanford. Pre-assessments and pre-surveys. The pre-assessments and pre-surveys will always be available for the students. This assessment will be facilitated by me so that I can have awareness of the knowledge of their public speaking status and where they stand before taking the course. Also, the survey is needed so that I can determine the viewpoints and importance of the public speaking course from my students. Instagram and Facebook Live. With this generation and also my generation, we are huge digital natives. Social media plays a big role in our media. Social media also plays a big role in why we use technology today. So why not use it and help it into a positive? The reason why I use Instagram and Facebook Live is because it also reduces the cognitive load of the student, and it allows them to use something that they use on a daily basis in the classroom. Instagram and Facebook have this new app where you can go on live and you can watch, and the people that follow you or the people that is friends with you on Facebook can also see what you're doing. So the reason why I implemented this is because on a regular online public speaking course, you can record yourself, mess up 100 times, and then turn in your best recording. For this right here, once the student records their speech and get on live, everyone can see it, whether it's their classmates, of course, or their relatives or their friends or family. So with this being said, it provides a live audience for the students. That way they will have the same problems that they would have as if they were speaking in front of a live audience or a live group. PowerPoint and Captivate. The PowerPoint presentation is so that the students can get a better understanding of what I'm trying to relate to them. As you've seen before, the Adobe Captivate tutorial will help them as well so that they can get an understanding of what it is before they even start the course. Post assessments and post surveys. After the learners have completed the course, they will all be asked to take a post assessment and a post survey. This will be helpful so I can determine how they've learned and how their viewpoint of public speaking has been altered. Analysis of my learners. The learners who participate in my course should have the willingness to be taught in the proper way, to communicate effectively, and also to be able to communicate in situations of public speaking. I will use 8 learners. I will have 4 males and 4 females, and they will all come from different backgrounds. As middle school age children, they were very acclimated with technology and social media. Therefore, they had no problems with working things online and technology. From the pre-assessment, one thing I learned that they told me was that they were very uncomfortable about giving presentation in front of their peers. Most of them said that they have a very big fear of speaking in front of people. The other also said that they have anxiety. One girl said that she gets so nervous that she sweats. Another student mentioned that he has poor eye contact. One girl mentioned that she has a low voice, and another person said that they use awkward hand gestures when they are getting ready to deliver a speech. Most of the learners also indicated they were excited to practice their public speaking skills and gain new values and skills with public speaking. Also, that they hope to see a change. My objectives. After completing this course training, the learners should be able to far greater use their abilities in which they had before. They should also be able to communicate very well and adequately. My learning objectives will go as follows. From the completion of this course, the students should be able to identify the areas in which they previously lacked in. They should understand the different types of communication techniques that will be aided in their future learning environment. They should be able to use new ideas, thoughts, tools, and help them communicate effectively. Put into effect the things that they learn without a course, vary in public speaking settings and in real world settings. My learning approach. The learning approach that I took for this course was an individualistic learning approach. The reason in which is an individualistic learning approach is because the individual has to do the speech, the individual has to do the assignment, and the individual has to do the work. Therefore, there will also be collaborative things like when they speak and when they have their conversations. But however, for majority of this course, it is individualistic. Media. The primary media for this task was used already and mentioned. TaskStream, TED Talks, PowerPoints. The only thing that they would need to be required to have is something that they can get on the internet with and has a camera. So they can use an iPhone, webcam, they can use a computer or anything else. They will also need to download the Facebook app and the Instagram app if they didn't have it already. The review of literature. Here are some of the things that made me use. Here are some of the things that I referred to when I was conducting my course. One of the things that stuck out to me was, of course, the one that says that they increase the bully and loneliness when when the students' communication doesn't reach their goals. Another one is that technology improves the performance when the applicants directly support the curriculum objectives being accessed. This is one of the main reasons and why I decided to use Instagram and Facebook Live. Here are also some more references to my literature. And another one that stood out to me was in a study done by 4 learners in a university, there was awareness that that a lot of the students use tongue clicks, they use pauses, and they use words like when they are also trying to fill in words so that their mind can process what they're trying to say while giving a speech. The development of my instruction. The original thought of this course has came about when I first started in my 518 IDTE class. We were asked to give a project in a specific area, and of course I picked the area where my heart lies, and that's communication. I also thought about this when I was at a cookout. There were many educators there. There were principals, there were instructors, there were teachers, there was also people that worked at the school. We was having a normal conversation, and then I began to think. I was asked them a question. I asked them that if I was to conduct a class that helps students increase their public speaking, do they feel as if it'll work effectively? They all replied absolutely, and then they also followed that up with helping me with 5 things I should help the students work on. The 5 things that they asked me to work on would be helping the students with their confidence, helping the eye contact, helping remove nervous tics, the reduction of filler words, and reduction of long pauses when giving a speech. The development. The development goal will go as follows. Introduction, going through the 5 tips to deliver a good speech, the TED Talk video, the elevator speech, which will teach the students how to introduce themselves and sell themselves in a quick manner, the PowerPoint and informative speech. They will also record the informative speech, and then we will then assess the speeches. The implementation. 7 out of the students had a positive attitude all of the time. One of the students didn't have a positive attitude all of the time due to the fact that he couldn't take constructive criticism. One of the things we did to alter this was we would always tell him the good things that he did, followed by the bad things. However, we would put more emphasis on the good things that he did. Therefore, he wouldn't focus on the negative things that took place. So what went wrong? Of course, in everything, something goes wrong. One of the things that went wrong with me was that some of the kids had trouble with their internet, which caused the module to prolong. 2 of the students didn't like criticism, so we had to find other ways to alter that so that they could receive it. Every student didn't meet the proper length, which is my fault because I didn't take into accountability that they were middle schoolers and that they are also in this class because they struggle with delivering a speech. One of the students' computer didn't work one day, therefore we had to wait on him. And one of the students initially had trouble with their informative speech because they didn't know which topic to actually pick. What went right? The students enjoyed the course. The students mentioned what they had a lot of fun. The students even mentioned to their friends that they should take the course. The students' communication skills increased in a short period of time. Parents even came to me and said that they also see the improvement from their child in the short brief of time that I had them. Students became more vocal. Students started taking academics more seriously. Evaluation. Overall, for my first evaluation of this course, if for it to be my first course, I feel as if I did a well job. The learners responded well, the technology-based program, and they also responded well to my teaching. What would I do differently if presented? One thing I would do differently is I would add a persuasive speech. The reason why I would add a persuasive speech is so that the learners will be able to persuade. It will also lengthen the course. And it will also get them out of their comfort zones. Favorite speech. The learner's favorite speech was the elevator speech because this taught them how to market themselves, and of course it was the shortest speech. Here are my references. Thank you for your time.